I'm Jessica Jacobson with Planet Northwest.
And I'm Jenny Zegler with McHenry County Magazine. We're here today at the Colonel Palmer House to talk to Diana Kenney, president of the Crystal Lake Historical Society, and find out what their plans are for Christmas. Let's see if she's here.
Hi, welcome to the Colonel Palmer House. Would you like to come in?
Absolutely, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Here in the front parlor of the Colonel Palmer House. The house was built in 1858 by Colonel Gustavus Palmer and his wife Henrietta, who came from Livingston County, New York. They traveled here in covered wagon with their young children and raised their children here in this house. The house remained in the Palmer family until the early 1900s. The Crystal Lake Historical Society is getting ready to redo these rooms and transform the house for our second annual Candlelight Christmas Tour.
I know last year was the inaugural season of the Candlelight Christmas Tour. What can people look forward to this year?
Well, we've got some special surprises for everybody. Some of the rooms will be similar to as they were last year. Some of them will be very different. One of the things that we're offering this year that we didn't have before is guests will be invited to be escorted into the cellar of the Colonel Palmer House to see what it looked like and maybe get an idea of what a cellar would have looked like back in the 1800s as people prepared and stored food down in those areas of the house. We're going to have a group of soldiers who will be meeting the guests and escorting them and maybe doing a little singing entertainment too.
What are the dates of the Christmas Candlelight Tour?
The tours will be held on Friday, December 4th and Saturday, December 5th from 6 to 8 p.m., but tickets have to be purchased in advance because it does sell out.
And what will you be doing during the Candlelight Tour?
I'm actually going to be here in the front parlor, and I'm going to be playing the melodeon.
What's a melodeon? I've never heard of it.
Well, you're standing right behind it. It's actually a reed organ type of instrument. It has to be pumped. There's pedals on the bottom, and you pump the bellows to make the sound. But you can see it does have a piano or an organ keyboard. It has a very interesting mellow sound to it.
So obviously you have a lot of time that you spend with the Crystal Lake Historical Society. I heard that you were the Volunteer of the Year for 2009 with the Illinois Association of Museums. What was your reaction to that?
I was very surprised. I had no idea that I had been nominated, but when I actually won the award as well, it was just a wonderful, wonderful honor. I think it's nice and wonderful that they recognize me for the volunteer service that I do, but I also recognize that there are hundreds of other people in Crystal Lake that volunteer many hours to groups such as the Historical Society, and I appreciate each and every one of them.
And I know some of your volunteer time includes you writing your first book, the postcard series of Crystal Lake. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Actually, I can take you into the other room. I think we have a copy in there.
Great, that'd be wonderful.
Okay. We're here in the center parlor of the Colonel Palmer House, and I wanted to show you the book that we were just talking about. This is a postcard history book of Crystal Lake that I wrote on behalf of the Crystal Lake Historical Society. All the proceeds from the sale of this book do go to the society. What I did is I took 190 plus vintage postcard images and wrote captions for each one of them and told the story about the history of Crystal Lake through the use of these images.
Wow. And I'm sure you did a lot of research to do that. What was the most interesting thing that you learned while writing the book?
I think the most interesting thing I learned was the fact that I really don't know as much as I thought I did. I know a lot about Crystal Lake history, but when I actually had to put pen to paper, I really wanted to make sure that each one of my captions was accurate and correct and really told a good story. And so I had to do a lot of extra research and found out so much more about our history.
I'm sure people can learn a lot from the book. Where can they buy it?
Well, the best place to buy it is online at the Crystal Lake Historical Society's website, which is www.cl-hs.org. You can also get it at some of the local stores such as Heisler's Bootery or Howell's Gifts and More. Even at City Hall or the Chamber of Commerce, they're offering the book for sale.
You know so much about what's going on in Crystal Lake. What are you looking forward to this holiday season?
Oh, well, I'm really looking forward to the candlelight tours, of course. I really enjoyed doing them. They're a lot of fun. But my real job is with downtown Crystal Lake, and we have all sorts of events and activities planned for the holiday season. We're going to start out on the day after Thanksgiving for the Festival of Lights Holiday Parade. After that, we'll be having Santa house visits, breakfast with Santa, and we'll even be having some gingerbread contests in downtown throughout the holiday season. I'm really looking forward to this year's season.
That does sound great. Thank you so much for taking the time, Diana.
It was wonderful to see you both again, and really, thank you for coming to the Colonel Palmer House. Would you like me to walk you out?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
The Candlelight Christmas Tour is on December 4th and 5th. For more information, visit cl-hs.org. Or if you want more information on any other event Diana mentioned, visit downtowncl.org.